Hi, this is Nicholas from Arium, Apple Repair and Upgrade Specialist. Many people turn to a dedicated app when it comes to batch renaming files, but few know that there is actually a batch renaming facility built into the Finder. And it's pretty good for most tasks. Let's take a closer look at it and what it can do. Here we have a selection of files that we want to rename. First, we select them all and then right-click or control-click to reveal the contextual menu and select Rename from the list. This then reveals a sheet that allows us to configure our rename operation. At the top of the sheet is a drop-down box to allow us to select the rename method. Below that is the configuration details, and at the bottom an example of our configuration's output, as well as the buttons to cancel or commit to the operation. Let's look at each of the methods in more detail. The first is Replace Text. This method allows us to search for a particular set of characters inside the file name and replace it with something new. In our example, we would like to rename these video files so that they use season instead of series. We therefore put in the Find box, Series, and in the Replace With box, Season. Then after pressing Rename, the files now reflect the change. We could also use this method to change capitalization. So let's select our files again and choose Rename from the contextual menu. This time, we're going to put the word Season in the Find box and Season with a capital S in the Replace With box. Commit the changes, and now we have files that have the correct capitalization for our use. The next method is Add Text. This method allows us to append some new text either to the start or the end of the file. In this case, let's add the show name to our video files. In the box, we type Modern Family and choose Before Name to put the text ahead of the current file name. We commit to the changes, and now each of our files has the correct show designation. The last method is Format. It allows us to manipulate the name in many different ways. Format will completely replace the name of the file with the generated option. Name Format allows us to choose name and index, which allows us to specify the name of the file and an ascending index, either at the start or end of the name, starting from the number specified. Name and Counter allows us to choose a name from an ascending number padded with zeros, starting from the specified number at the beginning or end of the name. Name and Date allows us to specify a name for the file with the current date and time appended to the files either at the head or end. Note that if you are renaming multiple files with this setting, then the name will also have an ascending number appended to them to maintain a unique file name. We are going to use the Format method with name and index to rename these video files with the correct show, season, and episode details. We select name and index. Type Modern Family Season 1 Episode Space in the text box. Make sure we are adding the index to the end, and in this case, we're starting from episode 5. After committing our changes, we have correctly identifiable videos. So there we go. Easy ways to rename your files direct in the Finder that give you a lot of flexibility and don't require a third-party application. Be sure to check out the other tips that we have on our blog by visiting arium.co.uk/blog.